Hi guys, happy Thursday! I hope everyone made it home from convention safely and that you are all super duper in love with all your new products. doTERRA launched about 23 new products at the convention last week and they're going to be available October 3rd. I'm so excited. Hi guys, hello, hi hun! Oh yay, my honey's on! Awesome! It's always a good night when my lobster's on Periscope. But thank you guys so much for spending some of your Thursday with me. My name is Hilary LeMay and I am an essential oil educator and leader with doTERRA International, and I love using this platform as these continuing education classes to show you all just how fun and easy and manageable this essential life is, and we kick nasty chemicals to the curb. They cannot stay here, they have got to go. We are not working on our fitness and cleaning up our diet and just enjoying this wellness lifestyle to use chemicals, and it's just nasty, so we're not allowing it. So every week we tackle different topics and we have fun, and who knows what I'm gonna do. I mean, who knows what is gonna happen, and I love it, and it's like a party here on Periscope. So thank you guys so much for joining. If you want to share this with your followers, you can swipe to the right or up depending on what kind of phone you have. Hi Mimi. And you can tap the screen as many times as you want while you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, and that just lets me know that you're finding this informative and entertaining and you're enjoying all of these things. So I hope that you've got your kids and your roller balls and your oils and your fractionated coconut oil handy so you can play with me, along with me. And all month long we've been talking all about back to school essentials, because getting back to school is an adjustment for everyone. Let me tell you, our daughter Olivia is having a little bit of a challenge adjusting to being away from mommy and daddy longer and being at school every day. So it's definitely important to lean on your oils when you can, and most importantly, get really quality sleep, because we know how we feel when we don't get our good rest. And our kids, we really need them to be well rested so that everything can go as smoothly as possible and we can have as few issues as we can. And so tonight we're just talking all about our bedtime essentials and establishing a healthy bedtime routine. And we want to make sure that our kids, but we are as ourselves as well, are waking up ready to focus and learn and enjoy the day and tackle whatever that we need to tackle in our lives. And it's also relevant for you whether you're watching and you don't have children, or maybe your children are grown or they're in college, or it's just a little bit different for you. But you can definitely apply this as you're listening to whatever your situation is. And so just a few little housekeeping items about convention before I forget. George and Olivia and I are super duper excited because we will see you all at the convention next year. I was able to get written consent from doTERRA corporate offices to allow Olivia, to allow us to register her to have access to everything like the product showcase, and I'm super duper excited because she cannot wait to meet all of you guys, and she is such a little protege. She loves wearing like a badge and a lanyard, and she's really excited. So we're really excited to see everybody there in Salt Lake City next fall, September 6th through 9th. And then also for anyone that is planning on working toward oh, that's weird. That was weird. Okay, hi. my phone just flipped over to the other side. That was weird. But anyone attending leadership will be, I will see you guys at the East Coast leadership. That'll be February 28th through March 2nd, and that's my birthday weekend. So I'm really excited to celebrate my birthday with all the Oilers and everybody there in Orlando. So definitely work toward that. That is for silver and above. So if you are working toward building your Oilers and helping more people, that will help you get to leadership, and you can enjoy all those great experiences that we can share together. So I'm really excited to see you guys there. But we're going to get down to business, and we are talking all about healthy sleep habits, and they really start young. It's never too late to start new healthy habits. So if you don't have a bedtime routine, or if you're, if things are just all over the place, don't feel discouraged. It's never too late to start. You can absolutely start. Consistency is the key, just like anything. Using your oils, the efficacy of your oils is going to be better when you are consistent. Your diet is going to be better when you're consistent. Exercise is the same thing, and so is sleep. And consider sleep the job. Consider sleep your children's job. It is their job. It is what they do more hours than anything else in the day. Olivia sleeps 12 hours. Tonight she was asleep and out by 6:30, and she usually wakes up around 6:30 or 7, but she needs her 12 hours of sleep. That is like banking it in her sleep savings account. She needs a lot of sleep. That is just the name of the game for her. There's so much stimulation and learning happening, and when our children are sleeping, that's when their brain can just absorb all that knowledge and put it into their memory and wake up refreshed and ready to focus. And so however you want to establish that, if you look on the internet or on Pinterest, you can find so many great little checklists for like a bedtime routine. You can make a chart. However it works for you, make it fun and include the kids. It's really a priority. And not only that, but making sure your kids go to bed at an age-appropriate time is really important for you and the health of your marriage, because downtime for you as a person to feel stable, and like whether it's, you have some time to yourself after the kids go to bed to just sort of recalibrate and recenter yourself, do lunches, do laundry, just kind of get your head together for a fresh new day the next day. It's really important. And also for you to have another chunk of productivity, like the evening hours. That's office hours, and I'm working during that time. When Olivia's asleep, I am hammering out several hours worth of work. I'm doing mentor calls, wellness consults with people over the phone, preparing for periscopes and things like this. It all takes time, and so we can't do those things when our children are awake or when we're with them. And so it's nice to be able to have a little bit of time to work on whatever things you want to do, your hobbies and your businesses and the things that make you happy, having some downtime to just relax, read a book, take a bath, all those self-care things. So also, not to mention that, but as we tie this all into kicking chemicals to the curb, chronic sleep deprivation is clinically proven and linked to attention deficit disorders. And a lot of times what happens is our children are being medicated for something that could have been avoided with better sleep patterns and sleep habits. And so when you are using something like melatonin, that's hormone disruptors, and that is hormone therapy, and that is, among other things, it's synthetic, and it is very, very bad, and that's not welcome here. We don't want to do that. So we're leaning on our oils and other things like that, because imagine how you feel. Most adults, they rely on coffee to feel awake or alert. And what happens is when little babies, and then they become toddlers and children and preteens and adults, when they become adults, all those years of chronic sleep deprivation has serious impact on their health. And so if you're spending hours like being, fit and working out and trying to do all these things, if you're not getting good rest, then it's kind of a moot point, because your body needs rest more than anything. So, tonight we're really just talking all about putting our oils to work and how we can bank those hours into our sleep savings account for our kiddos and for ourselves. And so we're going to up-level Tubby Time using some magnesium, and we're going to use some oils to help calm and ground our kids, and it's also going to help do the same to us, because we all need that. We all need a little zen, because parenting is very hard, and we all need a little bit of a help. And then I'm going to demo 2 of our bedtime rollers, and then I'll show you the other bedtime protocols that we use for Olivia's nighttime routine. And then I'm going to show you our favorite diffuser blend and our favorite diffuser for the nighttime, and a couple cool little hacks about that. And then we're going to talk about a few little non-oily things that we can do, like managing emotions, and how we can get ahead of the game for the next day to kind of minimize some anxieties and things. So we're going to get right into it. But also, for anyone on my team that has this Essential Life book, if you want to follow along with us, there is a great sleep section that you can look back on later on page 317. It has a lot of great resources, like all about sleep and different sleep disturbances and oils for your kids and for you. So, these things that I'm going to show you is just what works for our family and for Olivia and us, but feel free to just tweak this as it works for your family and have fun experimenting. And so if anyone is watching that has not gotten started in their essential journey, I would love to mentor you and help you along. And this book is something that I provide free to anyone that gets started with me, because education is really important, and that's why I hop on here every week and block this time off for you guys to share. Because if you're gonna invest in oils, I want you to feel comfortable using them. I want you to have fun using them. I want you to get your kids involved in using them. Olivia's been using oils since she was 2, and it's so fun for me, and it's one of the reasons I am excited to bring her to convention, because this is a family business. We are an oil family. We love doing all of these things together, and I love incorporating her into it, because she is able to not only influence her friends and peers later on in life, but she's able to advocate for her own wellness. And she'll go through, and she's helped me craft a lot of these blends that we make for her. She'll go through and smell different things and say, "Ooh, mommy, I love patchouli. That smells good. Can we add that to the diffuser?" And then we actually added that to her signature nighttime diffuser blend. So our first thing that we're going to do, as I mentioned, is we're going to up-level Tubby Time. And so we're going to use my favorite thing, which is called the magnesium flakes, and this you can get on Amazon or from the vitamin shop. These are just magnesium flakes from the ancient Zechstein seabed. But these are really detoxifying, and I like to use magnesium chloride flakes instead of Epsom salt just because it's higher concentration, so you don't need to use as much. If you're using Epsom salt, that's magnesium sulfate, and you're gonna need like 2 cups, like 1 or 2 cups, whereas with the magnesium chloride, you don't need as much. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of make a little jar that we can use. You can give this as gifts, you can keep it in the bath, you can have a little caddy and let your kids get involved. So I just took a little, one of my little chalkboard labels and a little paint pen, and we're going to use Zendocrine, cardamom, and frankincense for this blend, and this is just going to be really detoxifying for the body, and it's going to help. And so what we're going to do, it's just going to help calm our kiddos and detoxify their body from all the germs and all the just emotional, baggage of the day. And it's really going to help ground them as they're enjoying their bath time and kind of winding down, having that low stimulation before bedtime. And of course, if you can help it, go to no screen time or really limited screen time for the kids before bed. Olivia's a screen-free kid, and it just works well for us, but I know that not every family can do that, but we've done that since she was born, and it just works really well for her. And I think it's one of the reasons she sleeps so well, because she's not being stimulated by electronics during the day. But anyway, so we're gonna use 3 drops of Zendocrine. This is doTERRA's detox blend, and I really love this blend. It's just really fresh. It's got tangerine peel and juniper berry and a bunch of other oils, but we're going to infuse these bath salts and frankincense. Oh, hi, Linz. Well, this is educational. It's totally different. So we're going to add 3 drops of frankincense, but Olivia's little. She's little and she doesn't need all that because she's really wired on her own accord. So, and then we're going to use cardamom. So I like to use frankincense because not only does Olivia really enjoy it, she's lately been really drawn to it, but it boosts the power of every oil that you use it with, and it's great for cellular support. So now that she's in school, longer day, she's exposed to more germs, and the seasons are changing, I really want to be super conscientious about managing that. And then cardamom, I love. Cardamom is great for respiratory support. It's really spicy and grounding. I just really love it. It's amazing oil, and Olivia loves it too. So we're going to add 3 drops of cardamom. That was 2. There we go. Add a little more. What the heck? And then all you're going to do is just mix this up with a spoon. Make sure it's all nice and incorporated. And if you don't want to do this, if you want to just kind of play it by ear and wing it, you can just put your magnesium flakes in a drawer in the tub in the bathroom, and then pick oils per day that you want to use, and then just put a drop in the tub. You don't need to infuse the oils, you don't need to infuse the salts, but I just like to do that. And then what you're going to do is just simply spoon these into a jar. Periscope on the braid. Oh, thanks. This is actually it's a 2-strand rope braid, and if you follow Missy Sue on YouTube, she has, I've been trying for years to master braids. I can braid other people's hair, but it's really hard for me to braid my own because it's so long and curly and everything. And when I started following her tutorials really are, I don't know, it just clicked with me, and it made it really easy for me to follow and understand. But you just take 2 strands and you wrap one toward your head, and then you wrap it again. If you do a YouTube search for Missy Sue, just look up the rope braid, and it's really neat because it's kind of like a little twisty thing. So so here we have our first detox bath, and I like to do this maybe about 3. Oh yeah, Missy Sue on YouTube. So you can follow her on Instagram and stuff too. So this is our little detox bath, and I got this from, I think it was Hobby Lobby, but you can get them at Walmart or any of the craft stores. And so this is just our little detox bath, and we've got Zendocrine, which is our detox blend, cardamom, and then frankincense. And I like Zendocrine because it's just going to be helping to detoxify the body from all those nasty things, and especially because at preschool, they have a snack that the class provides, that the teacher, has a snack calendar, and the snacks are things that I don't feed her, that we don't feed her, like pudding and just things that are not in her diet on a regular basis at home, and we definitely don't want to create this drama around it. It's in moderation. We definitely want to teach her all about moderation. So because of that, we like to incorporate some detoxifying measures in our daily routine. We'll put grapefruit in her water, or she'll have her magnesium mocktails and stuff. Did you add a carrier oil to the magnesium flakes? Nope, just literally just infuse the oils themselves. And if you don't want to do this, you can just, this is a great gift, and it's kind of convenient, but if you don't want to do this, you can always just drop the oil right into the bath, and if that's the case, you only need 1 drop of each oil. But I really like doing this, and it makes it really handy, and it kind of streamlines bath time. But these oils are going to help kind of wind you down and chill you out. And then for our calm version, I really like this as well. we're going to do a calming version, and these are just Olivia's three favorites. Snack just had a thought. So these are, you know, you only need a couple spoonfuls. I would say probably a week. You know, maybe 2 weeks if you're only doing it every third day. But you only need like maybe 3 or 4 little spoonfuls of the salts because they're pretty highly concentrated. So, you know, maybe 3 of these little scoopies, and then you're good to go. But try it out. I mean, you know, less is more. I would always err on the side of less is more. You really just don't need a lot. And so then we're going to do a calm version, and these are Olivia's favorites and also our favorites. So we're doing wild orange, cedarwood, and balance. And these are grounding. Cedarwood is earthy. Wild orange is just kind of relaxing and calming when you pair it with a grounding oil like a cedarwood type of tree oil. And so we are going to just grab 3 drops of our wild orange, and 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to grab 3 drops of our cedarwood, and this is just like our favorite, our LeMay favorite. Really, it's a household favorite. We love cedarwood for so many reasons. 1, 2, 3. It's great in beard oil and all that. And speaking of beard oil, I really wish that maybe in the spring doTERRA will come out with a men's line. George and I were like, you know, just kind of thinking of all the things we'd love for them to come out with, like a men's line of men's vitamins and maybe men's hair pomade and a beard oil, because we're already making it and it would just be really cool to have it already made. Wouldn't that be neat? So, and then we're going to add 3 drops of balance. 1, 2, 3. And I love Balance so much. Balance makes a beautiful perfume, like a body splash. Then you just mix up all of your bath salts to make sure that everything's equally infused and aromatic, and it's just going to be really fun for your kids, and it's a way for them to get involved. It's a way for your kids to really appreciate the oils and enjoy them and incorporate that into the daily routine as well. So we're going to just spoon these into our little glass jar. And again, because Olivia and I are pretty sensitive to lavender and it doesn't really relax us, we use wild orange and cedarwood as our lavender substitute. So if you've been following me for a while, this is just like reruns for you because I talk about that quite a lot. But I also say that because I want people to realize that, oh, the container's from the Hobby Lobby. But if you don't have a Hobby Lobby, you can probably just look for them online on Amazon. But this is really cool. It would make a great teacher gift or a great little gift for later on. Yeah, so lavender, it does not really relax us, and so we use wild orange and cedarwood to calm us down. We don't really like the smell of lavender. It just kind of makes us a little bit squirrely and kind of hyper, and so we find these oils are really de-stressing, they're soothing, they're rebalancing. Also, the magnesium helps rebuild your magnesium levels, which when you are deficient in magnesium, it can affect you in so many areas. I mean, your mood, you can be overly anxious, moody, depressed. You can have muscle pain and soreness. You can experience eye twitches. I mean, I've done a couple of periscopes on magnesium, and definitely go back to my YouTube channel and catch up with those. But, you know, when you're sweating, kids are on the playground and they're doing PE and they're just playing around being kids and they're sweating. And then adults, you know, we're running around getting things done and keeping a household for our family. And so it's really important to make sure that we're making sure our magnesium levels are restored each day. So we do a lot of things, and as you'll kind of pick up on if you've been following me for a while, we drink magnesium mocktails every day, and we'll add magnesium to our bath water every day. And all these different things that we do really help balance the mood and the environment. And also, now one thing, the magnesium citrate gives George heartburn. I don't know if it's the citric acid or whatever, so we actually found magnesium chews. They taste like creamsicle, like orange and cream, and we found them at the vitamin shop. So definitely hunt those down if you ever experience a little bit of reflux or kind of a little pain there from the magnesium citrate, because it does have citric acid in there. So anyway, so those are our 2 little magnesium calming bath blends. We did a little detox bath, and then we did a calming bath. And so I like to alternate these every other day. So like every other day I'll do the detox bath, and then every even day we'll do the calm bath. Now, what I'm going to show you next, I'm going to show you 2 of our go-to nighttime roller blends that we use for Olivia, and she puts them on herself. She knows exactly how, and one of the reasons that she's able to do that is because we color code all of our roller balls, thanks to my sweet friend Becky at the Root and Petal for all these amazing colorful roller balls that really help us with our masterminding to help our kids facilitate really comfortable protocols for them and learning and making sure that they feel comfortable. And so this is a roller that we just call Calm the O, and again, it's cedarwood and wild orange. And we just put this on like around her neck and like where a necklace would go, and then she puts it like behind her knees, and she can put it behind her back, like on her lower back area and on her feet. And so we're gonna just do 3 drops of each wild orange and 3 drops of cedarwood, and then we're gonna top it with fractionated coconut oil. So let me grab my wild orange here. And yeah, and I love experimenting with oils and figuring out what works. And when she was younger, she would maybe have a couple meltdowns or things, and I would try different oils, and this blend really seemed to do the trick to kind of help just sort of snap her out of it. Like if she's having a tantrum, I'll just go over and roll this oil on her neck area, and I will have her smell the oil, and it kind of just sort of rebalances things out. And then we're going to top this with fractionated coconut oil here. And I like this In Vivo brand because it has a pump and it's therapeutic grade. I really like this. And it does tend to spray sometimes, so just be a little mindful of that. Pump that up all the way to the top, and then you just press your little roller ball in really nice and snug. Gotta get your wrist into it. There we go. And then we put on our coordinating cap. And Olivia knows that this is her Calm the O, and she puts this on before bed. And what I really love also, in case you guys didn't know, a little life hack, you can use your root and petal roller caps for all of your other roller blends that are pre-made from doTERRA. So this is the Immortelle, and I just pop the black cap off and put one of the root and petal roller caps on here. And it's really great because Olivia can also, again, know them by their color. And then another one here is the Clary Calm, and you can see I've color coded that to be purple, and this is a mommy oil, so at bedtime, if tensions are getting high, you can always reach for the oil for yourself. But I love color coding all of my roller blends with these great caps. And what's even more neat is that on October 3rd, when doTERRA releases the new items for the fall, they're just selling caps now, which is great. So you can go to therootandpetal.com and just get caps by themselves now, which is awesome. They're only going to be in a limited release, so definitely grab those now. But the emotional aromatherapy oils are going to be now in rollers, so that's going to be another game changer for the kiddos, because if you have behavioral issues or challenges with the kiddos, you can use the pre-diluted rollers and not have to muss and fuss about it, and they'll last a really long time. You can divide them into 2 sets and make a set for your bag and a set for the bedroom, for their bedroom, and keep them handy. So it's just really neat to use those ways like color coding and things like that to help empower our kiddos. So this is our calming blend, and we just mix this up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is roll this, like I said, around behind the neck, behind the ears. You can do this behind the knees for kind of long lasting release. You can do this on the feet where all those nerve endings are in the body, and this is going to be really nice and grounding for your kiddos. And then our next roller blend that I'm going to show you is our Dry Mornings blend. And this is cypress and ylang ylang. And we actually started using this when Olivia was potty training, when she was around like 2 years old or so, when we first started getting into oils. And like I mentioned, she sleeps hard. Our child sleeps like a rock. Like, it is her job. She is a full-time, amazing sleeper, but I want to keep that going. And so because of that, it kind of presents a challenge when you're potty training your little ones. How do you manage that? And so she sleeps so hard, she won't always wake up and say, I need to go potty. And I don't want her holding her bladder for 12 hours, because heaven only knows, I don't know about you all, but I definitely cannot go 12 hours without going to the bathroom. I'm lucky if I can go 1 hour. Thank you for working from home, because my bathroom is like 4 steps away, and I can keep my 100 ounces of water a day. I digress. But so we started using this roller blend. I looked it up in the book, and I found this great protocol, and it's just 3 drops of cypress and 3 drops of ylang ylang. And ironically, ylang ylang is the oil of the inner child, which I think is really cool. And so when you use these 2 oils together, and what we do is we roll it around in circular motions around her navel area. And again, we're just going to add 3 drops of cypress and 3 drops of ylang ylang, and we're going to top that with fractionated coconut oil into this Dry Mornings blend. So if you have little ones that are getting ready to potty train, or that maybe have some accidents in the night, or maybe they're older and they're having accidents, you can definitely use this blend. So this is ylang ylang and cypress, and this is just going to really give a lot of great bladder support to your kiddos. And so what we started doing is we'll wake her up about halfway through. We will wake her up and put her on the potty, and she goes every time, but she won't always wake herself up to tell us she needs to go. And like I said, I just really don't want her going 12 hours between potty visits. I think that's way too long, and so we don't want to have any other more complicated issues arise from doing that. So that's just what works in our house. I know a lot of people have their kids, wake up on their own and go to the potty, but she's 4 and she sleeps like a rock, and she's like walks like a drunk person, when we try to wake her up in the middle of the night and she's walking to the bathroom. So I don't want her getting up and doing that on her own just yet. So we do wake her up and put her on the potty, but we put this on and we just roll in circular motions around her navel area, and it tickles her and she laughs and she loves it. But we can use these great colored roller balls, these colored roller caps from the Root and Pedal to support that independence and allow her to do that all on her own. So I love this blend. This is a great gift for anyone that that maybe has a new baby, or their baby's turning 1 or 2 and they're going to be thinking about potty training. So this is a really great one to have in your back pocket. And then I'm going to show you some of the other protocols that we use for her bedtime. So some of these are review because we've done them in other scopes, but like our immunity roller, we have one in her bag, we have one in my bag, and then we have one in her room. And this is On Guard, Melissa, and Frankincense. And we roll that on down her spine, like one swipe down, one swipe up, and on her feet as well. And then we just made the calming blend for Calm the O, and that was wild orange and cedarwood. And then we do our nosebleed blend, and we also made this the other week. She puts this on before school, and we have one in my emergency bag, and then we have one in her room. So as you can see, these colored roller caps are really handy because what I do is I keep the same color for the same blend all throughout. So all of our nosebleed blends have the light blue cap, and all of our immunity blends have the red cap. So Olivia can grab my bag if she needs to get it from my bag or her bag at school, or in her room she knows exactly which oil is which. And one time during the night, she did actually have a nosebleed. I posted about it on Instagram a couple months ago. She actually did experience a nosebleed in the middle of the night, and she woke herself up and put this roller on her, and she stopped her nosebleed. And she said it in the monitor, "Mommy and Daddy, I stopped my nosebleed. I put the oils on myself." And that was so heartwarming to me to know that we're facilitating her taking ownership and empowerment of her own wellness and health. So what we do for the nosebleed blend is we just go like this. We swipe across the T-zone, and then we kind of go up in like a Y shape up through the T-zone, and that gives her the support for the blood flow and to help kind of rehydrate that cartilage area that can get really dry during seasonal threats and seasonal changes. And then we use this Immortelle skin blend because she does get a little bit of eczema that is genetically brought down from my husband's family. Sometimes they just get a little bit of dry skin, and so we put Immortelle on her, and so we just put a little bit of Immortelle in our palm, and then we'll blend some lotion and we'll kind of put it on any dry patches or any areas of skin that are a little dry. So we like to use these roller caps as well for that one. And then this is our seasonal threat blend. This is just good old lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And we try not to do this at night, again, because she's sensitive to lavender. But if it's really like a time where she's sneezing a little bit or it's a little scratchy throat, then we'll just do this maybe before bath time. Will that one work on cradle cap? Probably. Yeah, I don't see why not. You can maybe take some of the fractionated coconut oil and blend it with the Immortelle and just kind of massage it into the scalp and help rehydrate the scalp for sure. And then this is our dry mornings blend that we just made. This is the cypress and ylang ylang for bladder support. I also like to keep the Correct-X handy in her room. And again, this is just like a little tiered tray thing from Amazon or from Bed Bath & Beyond with a coupon, and it just holds all of our nighttime protocols really conveniently. But this is Correct-X, this is doTERRA's ointment, and this is instead of using Neosporin. And Olivia's a super active outside girl. She loves getting her fingers dirty in the dirt, and she loves playing around and being on the playground and exploring and digging and playing with mulch and finding acorns, and we love having a blast doing all those adventurous things. And so she feels comfortable being able to use all of these protocols. So I like to keep this in her bedroom in case after bath time and we're drying off before we put PJs on, when we do all her oils and everything, if she has any little boo-boos or scrapes or scratches, then we'll put a little bit of this ointment on there. And this is like $8 or $10. I mean, it's really affordable, and it's got super oils. I mean, this has got frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, melaleuca. It's really great. This also actually does have lavender, but it's not in a large amount, and we don't use this often. So definitely you want one of these in your bag. And then we have our tummy tamer blend, and that's just in case she has a little bit of gas, because kids like to be toot monsters, especially mine. Yeah, so we use this little tummy tamer blend that I showed last time, and this is just deep blue, wild orange, and digesten. And deep blue and digesten are really great for the belly, and then wild orange is really calming for her because she's just used to that. And when you start really using oils really on a regular day, I know, toots McGee, totally. When you start using oils regularly, you'll notice that because our brain has memory, and we have like scent memory, and so you know how you feel when you smell like chocolate chips, you know, chocolate chip cookies baking, or like cinnamon rolls, or something like a Christmas tree. They elicit all these beautiful memories in our brain, and essential oils do the same thing. And so when you get used to diffusing these certain blends of oils that we're using, like Balance and Wild Orange and Cedarwood, that we diffuse in our homes every night, the brain almost just knows what to do. It's like, okay, it's shutdown mode. It's time for sleep, you know? And so it's really beautiful when your body, and when you've started using these oil protocols on a regular basis, how amazing it can be. We also like to keep a Breathe stick handy. Now this is like, instead of using Vicks Vapor Rub, this is an all-natural version using doTERRA oils, and it's got the Breathe respiratory blend, but it's just in like this little deodorant roll-on, and it's really convenient. So if you don't have these, we get them in like 2 or 3, and I usually cash in a bunch of points and get these free, and add one to my bag, one to her room, everywhere. Would the deep blue work for stomach cramps? Absolutely, absolutely. If you have stomach cramps, definitely I would go with deep blue and digesten, and then something calming like wild orange, or if lavender calms them down, for sure, absolutely. So these are just the things that we keep in Olivia's room all the time. Now in the middle, I'm going to show you this. This is our next little topic, and if you've been following me on Instagram, you've probably seen this before, but this is a really easy button way that Olivia can help out with nighttime diffusing, but not be fumbling around with 6 oils, because, and even though this is quite a few oils, these are just what she likes, and I'm not going to argue with my girl. If she's going to sleep 12 hours, hey, more power to you. You can diffuse whatever to your heart's content. So what we do is we actually just diffuse, we pour straight oil into a dropper bottle, and this is a 1 ounce bottle, and it holds a lot. And what we do is we just put whatever oils that we're using in here, and then you can just drop like 3 to 4 drops. We like it strong, so like 3 to 5 drops maybe, but you can play around with it. But this is called Olivia's Oasis, and this is patent pending, Olivia's signature diffuser blend, and these are just the oils that she really loves. And so the oils in her blend are On Guard, obviously, for immune support, and Breathe for respiratory support. And she loves Wild Orange for calming. And then she loves patchouli, and patchouli is super grounding. She loves patchouli. It cracks me up because patchouli was like one of my least favorite oils, and then I started diffusing it with other oils, and I really found it was like uncovering a whole new hidden gem. I really started enjoying patchouli. And then also we use juniper berry, and juniper berry is the oil of the night, and it actually is amazing for night terrors. And I definitely recommend it if your kiddos are waking up in the middle of the night for no explained reason. And when I first started getting into oils was because of a serious health and medical emergency that I was experiencing, and as a result of that, I was having really horrible night terrors and really bad dreams, very vivid dreams, very bad night terrors. I would be waking up sweating, and when I started diffusing this oil with cedarwood and wild orange and Balance, I had not had a nightmare since then. So it really was like, all right. And then when I stopped using it, sometimes they would come back here and there. So juniper berry is one that we definitely buy in 2 or 3 because it only comes in a 5 milliliter bottle. So you definitely want to lean on your oils for emotional support, not only for the calming and soothing benefits, but also for things like that. Yes, I totally agree. I really wish that I had oils when I was pregnant with Olivia and when she was like a really little baby. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we diffuse. Now, my favorite diffusers are from my sweet friend Pam at Green Air Wellness, and this is the duck little one. This is the what is this? This is Lulu, and they come in like the cat Mimi and the pig, and I think there's also a frog, and these are super sweet. Yeah, Pam is amazing. Hi Pam, holla if you're watching the replay. But these are amazing, and I bought these in bulk because I wanted extras, and I kept a couple extras just for us and to keep, you know, and you never know what's going to happen. So this is up in Olivia's room. I have extras, but I didn't want to bring down hers because, you know, I don't want to disturb the apple cart, right? So So we're gonna just use our aroma light, but what I love about the green air diffusers, these kiddo ones, yeah, I love, and I shared these with my team, so I went in and got like I got a bunch of cases of all the different creatures because it's really fun. And again, we're trying to empower our kiddos, and when we can do that and make it fun and kid friendly, that's a great thing. And these go 10 hours and they cover 1,000 square feet. So you don't have to run into your kid's room and risk waking them up, or like tiptoe, you know, like you're gonna get booby trapped, and risk waking them up. So it's really nice. And what it also has at the top is an optional little connection for a water bottle, so you can do a humidifier setting. So if you need like extra vapor in your room for one of those reasons. So definitely check out Green Air Wellness on Instagram. So they're just at Green Air Wellness, and I tagged them in my little collage this morning sharing this Periscope. So all we do when we combine all of our oils for the night blends is, and I do this for the day blends too, like my Anthropology blend and my Eye of the Tiger blend with lemongrass and eucalyptus, and for our Chateau Lemay blend with lemon, peppermint, and eucalyptus. I really like to just pre-blend them because then you're not carting bottles of oil all around the house and, you know, fumbling with this and that. And it really does just make it so much easier. So what we do is we just open up our diffuser, and this is the doTERRA Aroma Light. I like this, it goes 8 hours, but I like the Green Air Wellness ones more. And then we're gonna just drop a couple drops in, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna just pour warm water. Now, in case you do not know, you always wanna use warm water in your diffuser. It's gonna bring out the better, more strong and robust mist than if you use cold water. So you always wanna use warm water, or at least room temperature if you don't have, if you can't have hot water. Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try that. I love Douglas fir. Dougie is the jam. And then all you do is you just turn your diffuser on, and then you can turn off the LED light, which is really kind of nice, or you can turn it off or on. But isn't that mist beautiful, you guys? Like, it's just like, I want to take a little nap. Let's just have a moment and everybody just take a nap. Just kidding. That wouldn't be very exciting, would it be? But isn't that neat, you know, so you can just diffuse and not worry about having to fuss with all those bottles in your kiddo's room. And so we just put this right in here in our little tray, and it's easily accessible, and she can help put the water in her diffuser because we have like a little carafe, a glass carafe that we have in her room, and she can do all of these things, and everything's color coded for fun because everybody loves color coding. Everything, I mean, life is just more fun in color. Am I right? Yes. So that's all the oily things. And now a couple little other non-oily things that I want to talk about that I think will also help streamline creating a healthy bedtime routine. So definitely things like blackout curtains. You can get a set of blackout curtains from Target or Amazon or whatever. How often do you clean them? I like to clean my diffusers every other week if possible. The more you go, especially because we're diffusing really dark, thick oils like On Guard that's got clove and cinnamon, and patchouli is a super duper thick syrupy oil, and also cedarwood is really a really thick viscous oil. So you want to definitely make sure that if you start to see like kind of a brown like residue, or you notice that the mist is not as robust as it normally is, definitely make sure that you're cleaning them every other week if you're seeing that. We diffuse all day every day, so that's why, like when Olivia goes to school and we drop her off and we come home, I set her diffuser with On Guard and I just let it go in her room. So it's killing all the germs and it's running until she gets home and she's ready for bed, and then we set it for the night. So it's just a way to keep it going, but because of that, we're using our diffuser all the time, all day and all night. And so that just is what works for us. So I would definitely recommend cleaning them every other week. And to clean them, you don't want to use any crazy, you know, cleaners and everything. You don't need anything more than just warm water and an old toothbrush, or a lot of the diffusers, like particularly the Green Air diffusers, all come with the little cleaning brushes, and I will show you this one if it's on top somewhere. I think it's on top. Yeah. So these diffusers all come with a little scrubby brush, and so you can use this to get inside all the little crevices because there are lots of little crevices. Isn't this Lulu adorable? He's so cute. I just want to give him a kiss. I love you. You're so cute. Thank you for helping Olivia sleep well. You're awesome. So, but these diffusers, they have a lot of little nooks and crannies, especially this little ceramic disc right there. So all you do is you just, I don't want to open all of this up because it's brand new, but you just take the little scrubby and you just get like down into all those little crevices, and you know, just enjoy getting that super duper clean, and you are good to go. So that's just a little life hack there. Definitely keep your diffusers clean. All you need is warm water. Yes. Oh, definitely. That's a great idea. So love you, Pam, if you are out there in the cloud. Love everything you do. Thank you for being an amazing resource to everybody and sharing the wellness with us all. So, but we're talking about blackout curtains. So the thing is, you definitely want to create a cozy, warm, dark cave-like environment for the kiddos. And when Olivia was really young and she was kind of napping a couple times a day, it was bright, you know, and it wasn't working well for her when she was really little, like maybe 6 or 12 months. And so we realized quickly, let's get blackout curtains. And when we put blackout panels in her room, it was like pitch black, because an age-appropriate bedtime for somebody that's like 6 months or a year is like 5:30 or 6, because the melatonin in their brain is naturally surging between 5:30 and 7 when they are babies and toddlers and little kids, and they really need that rest. And if you let them go to bed later than that, what happens is that it's almost like a second wind, and they've missed that melatonin surge window of sleepiness. And so when you're not maximizing that, then you can develop sleep problems later on. So that's why it's really encouraging to use all that science and use your oils and use all these resources to help you. So blackout curtains are great. Also, a white noise machine is really helpful if you have one. A fan, make it cool and calming and no clutter. Like if you can try to if you have a toy box or something that you can stuff all their clutter in for the day, or just have them in the habit of putting away their books and putting away their toys and all those things, it will help, because when there's chaos, sometimes it makes our kids feel a little squirrely that they can't relax. So also really cozy plush bedding. Let them be a helper in the process. So let them help pick out the bedding, let them help pick out the cozy pillows and blankets that they like, because if they have a role in it, they're going to be so much more interested in helping. And so when we were getting Olivia into a twin bed, we didn't do a toddler bed, because the toddler bed is basically the same. It's a crib size mattress, but it's just open. And so we just went straight to a twin bed, and she's been so happy in a twin bed ever since she was around 2. But what we did is we took her and we let her pick her bedding, and it was really fun for her. And then she had a great time transitioning into a big girl bed. But you want to invest in a good quality mattress, in good quality pillows, and in good quality bedding, because sleep is so important. And honestly, I would say probably invest the most in your kids' sleep, because if your kids are getting good rest, then you're getting good rest, and we all want good rest. I mean, that is the pillar and the foundation of all of our wellness. It's the backbone of our wellness. So our body cannot repair, and our body cannot focus the next day when we are overly tired. So definitely keeping that in the forefront, that don't feel like it's wrong to really invest in your kids' bedding. Don't get something that's just cheapy. Really do get them quality bedding, get them a quality mattress, because the more comfortable their mattress is, the more they're going to want to hang out there, and that means it's good for you, because it's more rest for you. Next, I want to also talk about emotions. So things that you can do to help balance the emotions. The new bedding, it's called West Elm. So you can just go to westelm.com, and they are organic cotton bedding, and it's really great. It's fair trade, and they have ethical practices in their building, in all the things that they create, and the textiles and stuff. So I love West Elm. But anyway, so we want to talk about emotions, because talking about things with your kiddos helps get it out. We don't want to harbor emotions and harbor these things. So if we can talk about things at night before bed, we can help our kids sleep better, because those things are not on their conscience. They're not weighing them down. Just like people always say, at your baby shower, bridal shower, before your wedding, they're like, never go to bed angry and all that stuff. Well, there's a reason, because it's hard to sleep when your brain is just working and thinking and overanalyzing everything that's going on with you. So if you can work on maybe, while you're doing bedtime or bath time routine or dinner time even, just talk to your kids about the things that are making them nervous. Or are you nervous about anything? Is anything making you upset? Is there anyone that's upsetting you at school? Do you have any tests coming up? Do you have any projects coming up? Are you getting along well with your friends? How are your nerves? Do you have any, kind of gauging their anxiety levels, and leaning on your oils for emotional support will help. Let them help you. There's a great book that I love, and this is called The Emotions and Essential Oils, A Modern Guide for Healing. And this you can get on Kindle download for $6 or $7. And they actually just released a new version. The 5th edition came out on aromatools.com. And an example is the oil cypress. This is the oil of motion and flow. And what I love about this book is that it explains in detail every single oil and every single oil blend, the properties that you can enjoy that can, when you're using these oils, they can help you with those properties. So things like when you use Cypress, it can help promote flexibility, trust, flowing with life, being adaptable, and emotional growth. And that is definitely an oil we are using a lot these days because Olivia, like I said, is having a little bit of a hard time adjusting to being away from us for a longer time and being in school every day. It's tough, and she doesn't want to be away from us, and when we drop her off, she's like, I'm gonna miss you so much, and it's really hard. And we just keep reassuring her that we're always gonna be here at pickup, and we love you so much, and there's nothing to be worried about, and we love you. And we try to talk about all the things that happen during her day so that she feels heard and that she feels like those concerns are being heard. But as parents, it breaks our hearts because we always want our kids to be happy, and we don't want to make them sad or think that we don't love them and everything like that. So anyway, just lean on your oils, not only for your kids but for you. Like if you're feeling a little amped up, you can lean on your Clary Calm blend. Lean on those blends that really make you feel grounded and help you. And then the last thing, as parents, things that we can do to help facilitate our own restful sleep and do things the night before to prepare for the next day so we're not so stressed out in the morning. And one main thing is packing lunches the night before. So if you've been following me for a while, I'm sure you've seen the Planet Box. These are my two favorite little catalysts for doing that and packing lunches. There's no fighting about lunch because you can plan it the night before. You can ask your child what they want for lunch, and you can pack it the night before after they go to bed, and then in the morning everything's ready to go. Also things like laying out their clothes, laying out your clothes so you're not rushing around. So this is the smaller Planet Box. This is called the Shuttle, and the magnets are all interchangeable and everything, so you can just swap them out for whatever like your kid loves. If your child loves dinosaurs, they have dinosaurs. If your kid loves butterflies, whatever you want. And these are stainless bento boxes, and they come with these little cool dipper things, and you can put like hummus or yogurt or dipping sauce. And then you can get these little containers. Oh, you're welcome. I got Patty's son one of these for his first birthday because he's such a cute eater, and it's awesome when you're on the go and you're going to play dates or the playground, you have a bunch of snacks handy. But these are little dividers, so if you have more wet things like strawberries that might, leak a little juice later on in the day, and then you have things like peppers or like little pretzels or something, you can just divide these out. And these are super dishwasher safe. We've had this for over a year, and it looks 3 years actually, and it looks brand new. And it comes with this cool little case, and they can carry it. And then this is the Shuttle, this is the Rover. This is the bigger one, and it comes with like a little handle. And yeah, you can get these on planetbox.com, and this comes with a little area here that you can put like a fork and knife or a spoon, and a little thing for a thermal cooler pack. And then this one, again, if your kid likes dinosaurs or like, animals or whatever, this is called a Rover, and this is a bigger one. And it comes with a big thing that we've done like soups in here or anything like that you might want to do, like a yogurt parfait. And there's lots of room, and these are all interchangeable sizes, and you can just kind of like make room for whatever you have, and they're all adjustable and customizable. These are just these stainless steel bento boxes. I really love them. I'm jealous of her lunchbox situation. I want one for me. So, and there's room for a thermos in here for like a water bottle, and then here you can put extra stuff like maybe a granola bar or something for like after school or whatever you need. But definitely packing lunches ahead of time. Do whatever you can to streamline your day so you can go to bed feeling so at ease. You can get better sleep knowing I've packed lunches, I've put my clothes out, I've put my kids' clothes out, everything is managed, things like that can really, really help you. And then lastly, things like a progress chart, ways that you can incorporate delayed gratification. So something like a reward system, and have goals so that there's less fighting. The more that the kids help you, either help pack their lunches or tell you what they want and aren't arguing about it, or eat the things that they say they want in their lunch, you can have a reward chart system and have it delayed gratification. No, you don't get this goal right away. Tomorrow you don't get a prize or a lollipop for doing what you need to do, but maybe 2 weeks or 1 month. And when that chart is filled up, they get to pick a special activity that they do with just mom or with just dad or as a family, or they get to go and pick out a special toy or a special book from the bookstore. Just things that you can do to help streamline, because when there's less anxiety, everybody's sleeping better, everybody's happier, and everybody's waking up more restful and calm. And then lastly, if possible, I know it's really hard, but try to say no to overscheduling. We have a rule in our house: you can do one activity at a time. And Olivia's mentioned wanting to do dance, and she's mentioned wanting to do, other things, and she wanted to do drama. So now she's in drama classes, and it's just once a week, from like 5:15 to 6:15 on Tuesday nights, and we pack our dinner, and I bring it with us when I go pick her up from school, and then we go straight there, and we have a little picnic style, and we get to kind of talk about the day and have a great time, and that we're not going to the drive-through or relying on those foods that are going to kind of make her feel blah after she's been at school all day. They're not going to give her energy she needs to be focused. And then that gives us time where when we get home, we've already eaten, and we just go right into bath time and bedtime and book reading routine and stuff like that. So if you can try to minimize those overscheduling situations, that's going to help, because when you have too many activities, your diet is going to go by the wayside. Your anxiety level is through the roof. You're not enjoying that. Your kids are not enjoying that. And the point of these activities is to help your kids enjoy those kinds of things and those enriching activities for them. So these are all just suggestions. I know it's hard, but when you say no to others, you say yes to yourself. And saying yes to yourself is so important. And saying yes to yourself means there's more of your cup to fill up your husband's cup and your child's cup and your own cup. And it's all about self-care. So if you can just try it. I know it's really hard, but before you commit to all these things, 1,001 things, and I'm guilty because I've learned, and now that I'm in my 30s, I'm learning to say no to so many more things, because that means I can say yes to me, and I can say yes to being at a little slower pace. So again, hopefully these tips were helpful for you, and I would love for you to tag me on Instagram or Facebook if you try any of these blends and they work for you, or you try different ones. But I would love to hear how your sleep patterns are going and how the kids are sleeping. And this is all about a wellness lifestyle. And so as you see, if you've been following me for a while, so many of these things overlap with each other. The oils we use, the blends we blend together, using magnesium in all different aspects of our lives, just being eco-friendly and conscious of things like, I don't want her eating out of plastic, so I'm able to feed her from metal that's not going to be leaching, chemicals and stuff like that, and it's reusable. There's no carbon footprint because we're not throwing away paper bags or Ziploc bags. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you are local, tomorrow in Ashburn from 7 to 9, our team is doing a product showcase where we'll all be playing with all the new oils from convention and experimenting with them all. So if you want to message me, and if you are local in the Northern Virginia, DC, Maryland area, and you're free tomorrow night, it's totally free. We just need to reserve tickets for you, so I'll make sure that I have your name down written if you'd like to join me. So I will be there along with some of my oilers. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye, guys.